You're listening to the Ballwin Life Podcast, episode number 8. Hey everybody, on this week's episode, we're going to talk about Ballwin Summer Camps, and Scott and I are here to give a little introduction before we bring on our summer camp director, Dan Eastham. So, summer camps.
Yeah, it sounds like I wasn't able to sit in on this interview, but it sounds like it was a really neat way to represent how Ballwin Summer Camps differ from others in the area.
Yeah, definitely. I think it will really come across. You'll hear Dan talk about just the passion that he has for his job, the way that he interacts with the kids, and the way that that comes out in the culture of Ballwin Summer Camps, and how you really will have a different experience here than you might at other summer camps. Like we were saying before we started recording, there's summer camps popping up all over the place. I mean, there's a ton of options to go all over West County, but the stuff that we offer right here in the city of Ballwin really is top-notch.
And I think that's come through. I know there's a lot of officers in the department that have sent their kids there over the years, and just rave reviews every time, and they can't wait to go back. And I know you talked about one of my favorite summer camp that goes on here in Ballwin, and I'll just let you listeners try and figure out which one that is.
It's my favorite one too. I think you'll catch on to that quick. And then we also talk a lot about the affordability, how safe Ballwin summer camps are, the scholarship program, all kinds of great topics within this interview.
Perfect. Let's get it started.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Ballwin Life Podcast. My name is Kirsten Hostetler, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Communication for the City of Ballwin. And I'm joined today by Recreation Specialist Dan Eastham, who you may have seen on a video circulating on the Ballwin Summer Camps Facebook page lately. He's our director of all the summer camps that happen here in Ballwin, and we brought him in today to talk a little bit more about the Ballwin Summer Camp program, how it's going so far in 2018, and a little bit behind the scenes of what goes into the planning for it. So Dan, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So why don't we start with just a little bit of who you are, your background, where you're from, what you got your degree in, etc.
Sure. Well, my name's Dan Eastham. I know I sound different, so we'll start there. I was born and raised in northern Kentucky, right outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. So I am a Kentucky boy. I moved here, I think it was back in 2012 when I first arrived here. But I went to Eastern Kentucky University, where I got my degree in recreation and park administration. Yes,
Awesome.
Ma'am.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and I know you just called out your accent, but I think that's something that everybody really likes about you. It makes you really personable, and you're just a really fun person to be around, and that definitely reflects with the relationship you have with the Ballwin Summer Camp kids. If you guys haven't seen Dan in action, he's great with the kids, and you have one of your own, don't you?
Oh, yes. We have a 2.5-year-old little girl. So shout out to Maylee. How are you doing, baby? Love you.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into summer camp for 2018. So can you tell me a little bit? I know we're having kind of a record year here, so talk to me a little bit about registration and how things are going for 2018 summer camps.
Oh, it's going awesome. And that's a shout out to our counselors, our staff, everybody that's involved with summer camps. Our registration this year just blew up from years past, and from camps getting full to early registrations, camp is just blowing up. It's awesome.
Yeah, and like you said, I think that it really is a testament to years past, to the staff that have been running it, to really the good word that's been spreading about how much fun Ballwin Summer Camps is, and just all the great things that are going on with that program. So if some of our listeners, you may have already seen on the Ballwin Summer Camps Facebook page, Dan put out a video last week that was kind of featuring some of our kids and what the Mission Possible theme means for 2018, which I just thought was such a cute video and just so well made in a way where we were having our kids get involved in kind of some positive affirmations. Right. So Dan, can you talk a little bit about that video and what that means for the theme?
Yes. First off, our kids are awesome here at Ballwin. We have very creative kids in our camp. They're always excited. They're always willing and want to help out with new projects. And we went to them and we said, hey guys, we have an idea. We want to do a video, just a quick little video. We need your help with some voiceovers, some shots of you jumping off the diving board, going off the rope swing, stuff like that. And they were all on board. But we made that video just to reiterate our mission for the camps. The first line of the video it says, "Today's a new day to bring hope and opportunity." We put that in there because we believe here at the Ballwin Camps, we are here to bring hope and opportunity for the kids and the staff as well. So that's yeah, it was an awesome video. It was really fun to make.
So talk a little bit more about the Mission Possible theme. I know we had kind of talked about that a little bit earlier on in the season, how you came up with that, but I just loved the mentality behind, getting the kids on board with what it means and how you're really encouraging to them, and talk a little more about that.
Sure. Well, every year I like to do something a little bit different from the previous year. This year, Mission Possible was selected. It wasn't just, hey, we're doing Mission Possible this year. That's not how the theme came about. I went home and I really prayed and meditated on the whole, why did I want to make 2018? Like, what's the stamp for 2018? And when I chose Mission Possible, it's more just to say, look, you guys, it is possible for you to do things. Kids are told in this world that, look, you can't do this, you can't do that, and I'm tired of hearing that. Frankly, kids can do it, and they need to be encouraged to do that and try new things, and that's really why I chose Mission Possible.
Which, I mean, just the video that we were just talking about, that's a perfect example of like, hey, these kids are so creative and they have so many, creative juices flowing, what they can do and the things that they want to be involved with. Like, why not just get them plugged in and get a project going? So that's a perfect example. So why don't we talk a little bit about kind of the day-to-day process for people who might not be familiar with Ballwin Summer Camps. What does it look like? What do kids do on a day-to-day basis? Let's just take the day camps, for example.
Sure. Well, we start early in the morning. We have the kids sign in, register. We kind of hang out till everybody gets there, where we have some free time. Once free time's up and most everybody's here, so about 9:20 to 9:30ish, we break up into our little groups. So they're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we have our middle group this year, which is new. So if you're looking for 11 to 13-year-olds, we have an awesome group for them. It's called the middle. Check it out. But they break up into their groups. They go over what's going on for the day, like little plan. They do icebreaker games and kind of just let them talk and kind of wake up and just, hey, what did you do last night? So kind of just hang out for a moment. Once they get done with their little groups, we spread out. We have our 5 and 6 doing a craft in the gym. We have our 7 and 8s playing out on the soccer field. Just the other day we had a group that was in there playing Jeopardy, which was pretty cool. That was fun. But we have them spread out throughout the point, doing different activities, going swimming. So that's how it, and then the most important thing, lunch is in there too. So
obviously, that's everyone's favorite part. And so for people who don't know, that's the point at Ballwin Commons is actually where Dan and I are right now recording this episode. And that is Ballwin's Recreation Center, where is kind of the main hub for Ballwin Summer Camps. That's where most check-in is and most check-out, and really the kids are kind of running around here all day in the gym and outside, like he said. And then the point also has an indoor pool, which don't they all swim every day?
Monday through Thursday, yep, they swim up here at the point. We break them up into their groups, so they're swimming Monday through Thursday. I forgot to put this in there before, but on Fridays we're out at North Point, obviously. Check in, check outs over at North Point, and then also on Wednesdays while we're here for the day camp, we go on our field trips. And as far as field trips go, we have a lot of cool field trips planned for this year. We're doing everything. This week we're going to the World Bird Sanctuary. We got things like Brunswick Bowling, Webster Groves Ice Rink, Flying Spider, Wildwood B&B, and then our last week of camp, July 30th through August the 3rd, is our top secret field trip, if you will.
Are you going to release the name of that field trip yet, or is it still top secret?
It is top secret
All
as
right.
of now. It is planned, but it's our top secret to go with our Mission Possible theme.
Sounds great. Well, while we're on the topic of field trips, I'm just really curious to know kind of what goes into planning that. I think a lot of people, well, they hear obviously the name Ballwin Summer Camps and they think it's a summer program, but it's something that really takes a lot of time, and it's really planned almost a year in advance. As you guys pretty much wrap up the summer, you're starting planning for the next summer. So how do you select the field trips? Kind of talk about the back end work that goes into planning this program.
Sure. And not just the field trips, but the process of getting the camps ready. Start back as early as September, early October. I know that sounds super early, but with our camps, the size that they are, we have to start early, especially with our field trips. We give places like Brunswick Bowling Zone, we give them a call and we're like, hey, we need 15 lanes, and we have to get on that ahead of time with the size of our camps. It starts really early, but it gives us the opportunity to come up with great ideas and a great program.
So while you're talking about how many kids we have in our program, can you give people an idea who don't know? I mean, what is the size of our camp program, and what kind of size of a group can they expect their kids to be in on a day-to-day basis?
Sure. So our day camp, which is 5 to 10-year-olds this year, that we can take up to 120 kids. Our middle, the new group that goes from 11 to 13-year-olds, we can take up to 30 kids per week. And then our Camp Little Feet, our little guys, we take that are 2 to 5-year-olds, we take up to 30 of them as well. We also offer specialty camps that go from Harry Potter to Art Venture Camp to basketball camp. We take anywhere from 30 to 50 depending on the camp.
And it is my understanding that Harry Potter camp is not open to adults,
Yes,
much to my dismay.
Yeah. So,
But it is a very popular camp.
Oh, it is. That is the first camp that fills up all the time. We actually added 10 more spots than we had last year, and last year we added 10 more spots from the year before. So this year we're at 50 spots, and those filled up really fast. So, and then forgot to add Aqua Camp, we have 30 as well there.
Yeah.
So,
and Aqua Camp is the one that's located 100% out at North Point. So
yes,
if you
that's
got a
right.
kid who's a water bug and you wants to spend a week out at swimming in the pool, that's the place to do it.
Oh yeah.
So one of the kind of big picture questions that I'd like to ask is, there's a lot of summer camp options nowadays for parents to choose from. So what makes Ballwin Summer Camps different, and why would you recommend that someone check out our program?
Sure. Well, I know there's great camps around. I think we're just a step up from everybody, not being biased. But I know, just because I'm part of the planning process and everything that goes into it, we first off have the greatest staff around. Shout out to Kathy Krebs, our director. She's been with us for quite a few summers now. She does an amazing job. And that's just not her. We have other counselors that have been here for a while, and even our new counselors, they do an amazing job. So, I mean, the staff is the first thing. But we look at kids different here in Ballwin. We're here to encourage them, like I said before, to say, hey, look, you have the opportunity. We're gonna give you the opportunity to chase your dreams, and we want you to do that. So we're here for encouragement. We're here to let the kids know that they mean something. Because not every kid, which is sad, but not every kid has that encouragement or has that love when they go home. So at least while they're in our care here, they're well taken care of. They're safe. So that's why I think we're the best.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a cultural mindset here with all the staff, like you said, that we really do have the best interests of the kids at heart. And it's being affiliated with the city of Ballwin, it's not necessarily we're out for making money. Like, it's not a private business. Right. So this really is a service to the community and making sure that, no kids are slipping through the cracks as far as having great summer care and a
Right.
fun summer. I mean, that's
Oh,
what it
yeah.
really is all about, right? Is
Yeah.
making sure the kids who live here have just an unforgettably fun summer is
Oh,
kind of the
yeah.
tagline we use a lot.
Yes,
so.
ma'am. And we also have, I mean, I would say the best facilities around. I mean, you look at North Point, that thing's awesome.
Yep.
And then the Point, we have all these different spots that the kids can come to and go and experience things. Our facilities are the best.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right, and I think it's really great that we are able to offer all of these great facilities and this great program for a really reasonable price. I mean, that's one thing that the Ballwin Summer Camps is really known for, is having a really reasonable rate. But at the same time, Dan, we also offer a scholarship program. So if
Right.
families can't afford summer camp and it's something that's obviously really necessary, that is an option. So can you talk a little bit about that program?
Right. We have our scholarship fund, which I believe we started a year or two ago.
Sounds right.
It's made for 18 and under to be able to register for camp, to help out with camp costs, and not just camp costs, other programs as well. We want to get the kids involved, and we know sometimes money can be kind of tight. So we came up with the idea to help people out, to really give them a helping hand, I guess.
Yeah, that's what that program's all about.
Right. You just have to stop by the front desk at the Point, ask for the packet, and the packet has what to do, like all the directions. But yeah, you can get up to a certain amount of money to go towards a program or an event.
Yep. And so that's just something we want to make sure people are aware of, because like you said, since it is relatively a relatively new program, there might not be people who are aware of it that need to know about it. So
Right.
you can also find more information about that on the City of Ballwin's website, which is www.ballwin.mo.us. There's a scholarship tab under the department tab, I believe. So be sure to check that out if that's something that you could take advantage of, or somebody that could take advantage of that. So one thing you just mentioned, Dan, that I want to go into a little bit more. You mentioned that the scholarship program isn't just for camps.
Right.
And I think it's important to talk about the fact that your job isn't just organizing summer camps, which in the summer I know it feels that way. But tell our listeners a little bit more about what you do on a year-round basis.
Yeah, I'm not just the camp guy, even though camps are super fun. The kids make it very interesting. You see new stuff every single day, which is awesome. But besides camps, when I'm not doing camps, I do other programs and events. Some of the other programs that I'm in charge of, Lunch and Bingo is a big one, where I cook the food, so I'm so sorry if it's bad.
I've never heard that it's bad ever.
So we have Lunch and Bingo twice a month, where we do 6 games of bingo. We break for lunch, and then we play another 6 games. So I have that for the older adults, if you will. And then I'm also in charge of our LOPE group, which is geared more towards our seniors, where we have entertainment that comes out. We play bingo. So
Can you take trips?
We do trips. Yep. We did the baseball game this year. What else we do? We did a couple trips.
Yeah, you go see the Christmas lights, I know, in the winter. You go to the racetrack.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
So
some great things there.
So that's all part of our LOPE group, LOAP. So if you want more information on that, that's in our activity guides that are up here at the Point. They also get sent to your house if you're a resident of Ballwin.
Correct.
And
Online. You can always find it online as well.
Yep. So in charge of that. And then other programs sprinkled throughout the year, like our superhero training, which is really fun to see the kids come in their little superhero outfits. And we do anything from like a Hulk smash to like a Captain America disc throw. So that's pretty cool. And then we have like Little Goblins Trick or Treat, where the kids parade around the Point in their Halloween costumes, which is always cute to see them. But we offer programs like that. Yes,
and
ma'am.
another big one that you do in the winter months is the Daddy-Daughter Dance.
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
It's a popular one here in Ballwin.
Yep.
So, yeah, I just wanted people to be aware that obviously as a person who's in charge of summer camps, you do a lot more than that. And it's definitely a year-round thing that keeps you very busy. And what I love most is, your position is geared to making sure that people love living in Ballwin and making sure that there's great activities for them to be involved with. So you do a great job with that. So
Well, thank you.
keep it up. Before I let you go, I wanted to let people know where they can get a hold of you if they have specific questions about Ballwin Summer Camps or any of the other programs that you run. So what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
The best way to reach me would be email. It's deastham@ballwin.mo.us. That's the best way to reach me. You can call my work phone, but the best way would probably be email.
Yeah, I know with your schedule and the way you're kind of running around, especially in the summer, keeping track of all those kids, email's probably the best way to get a hold of you. So, well, thank you so much for coming on, Dan. I'll be sure to link to your email in the show notes if anybody wants to follow up with you. And another great way to stay connected with the entire program is to like Ballwin Summer Camps on Facebook. Like we mentioned earlier, the video that Dan put out last week and all the fun things that the kids are up to, that's really the best way to stay plugged in with Ballwin Summer Camps. So be sure to head to Facebook and like the Ballwin Summer Camps Facebook page. And otherwise, you can find all the show notes for today's episode at www.ballwin.mo.us/podcast. And we'd love to hear what you think of this episode and what we can do for future episodes. So until next time, continue to enjoy the Ballwin life.